on the Lord. Thank God for a leaning post. I won't be before you long. The hour's getting late, and we're usually sitting at home by this time now. But I thank God for you. I thank God that you were patient with us. I thank God for our visitors, that they're not getting weary and just walking out, because I want you to understand something. This is our church anniversary, and we should never take it lightly when God blesses us to see another year. Amen.
Bring the tea, brother.
I thank God for my wife and being a great helpmate, and I thank God for when she was talking about cutting the grass. I just want to go on and finish tell you the story that yes, I didn't have a congregation, and the grass was my congregation. And even today, right now, when I go out on Fort Bragg and start walking out in the woods, I preach out there too. And I want you to know, I know whether I'm preaching good and when I'm preaching bad. Because when I'm preaching good, those pine trees are swaying in the wind. When I'm bad, when I'm not doing well, I know it's time for me to go on back home, because they ain't gonna do nothing for me. But I thank God for her. I just want to ask Mother Johnson to stand. This is the she's the mother of our church. And every church needs a mother. I want you to understand that Sister Ferguson, Mother Ferguson, has been called home by the Lord, but I thank God that Mother Johnson is always right here, steadfast, no matter what. Come rain, sun, or shine, Mother Johnson is here. And she displays that quality about her that lets us know that she's a mother of the church. And I thank God for her. Amen. I promise you I'm not going to be before you long. I know the scripture seems strange to you. It's nothing but names and names and names. And there is no focus scripture. Everything is right here, because I want you to understand something. That this is Jesus' genealogy. This is his genealogy, and I'm just thankful that it's in the Bible. I'm just thankful that we are able to read it and study every now and then. Not many people, you never hear people really preach about this, because it's just a bunch of names. But I want you to understand something about this genealogy, is that I'm glad that it's here, because it proves that Jesus is the very one that was sent to do his will. He is the one that came to teach us and preach us and keep us to do God's will. That's what I'm thankful for right now. You have to understand something about Jesus' genealogy, is that he is the very man that God sent to be our King and our Savior. I don't want to get you all twisted up with all these different names and everything like this, but I do want you to hold on to these names and understand that it's only by God's grace that Jesus was brought to us. And that's how he was brought to us. He was brought to us through a lineage, a history, a legacy. He was brought to us through prostitutes. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it out to you. He was brought to us through cheats and liars and people that would try to be tricksters and everything. But thank God, it doesn't matter where you come from, it's where God has already brought you to. That's what I want you to hold on to this morning. Because the truth of the matter is, if we think about nothing else but how good God has been to us, we have to hold on to the scripture. We have to hold on to our faith, knowing that God has made a way for us. Every day he's made a way for us. He's made it available. He made it positive. So I just want you to understand something. There's three principles that I want to walk with you, and I'm going to be out of your way real soon. And the first principle is that God is a promise keeper. I want you to understand, if he's nothing else, he's a promise keeper. Because the truth of the matter is that you have to understand that God has brought us a very long way. 31 years God has watched over us. 31 years God has kept kept us. He's never walked away from us. He's never denied us. He's never left us. God has always been there. That's the good thing about God's genealogy, is that he made sure that the people that were in line before me has already been paved the way for them. That's why I believe right now, if nothing else, New Mission, that you are no more than a forerunner. I want you to understand that John the Baptist got it right, that he was a forerunner for Jesus. And we should be a forerunner for our generation that's coming before us and coming behind us. We have to understand who we are, where we came from, and how we got there. And that's what I love about this thing. That's what I love about the scripture right here. Because I want you to understand something right now, that everyone had to go through something to get through something to get through something. Now, everyone had to experience some trials and tribulations, but God is still on the throne. God is still watching over us. God is still keeping us. 31 years he's walked with you. 31 years he's talked with you. 31 years he's held you up to be his children of his kingdom. That's what God does for us. That's what the genealogy does for us. It lets us know that when we get downtrodden, when we don't feel that we can make it, all we have to look back and say, Lord, thank you. I'm glad of how I got over. I'm glad of how you brought me. That's what you should be excited about. You shouldn't be excited about the word today that's being brought. You shouldn't be excited about all the things that's been said today. You should be thankful for what God has done for us. That's the most important thing that I want you to hold on to. Hold on to it. Because I want you to hold on to nothing else, is to know that God is a deliverer. He has brought you, he has kept you, he has blessed you in every way. God is a deliverer. Every day that we wake up, he gives us another opportunity to do better, to be better, to serve better. That's what God does for us. I'm thankful for it. I know you can look around the church right now. You can look around the church right now and say, well, it's not too many people sitting in the pews right now. But you know what? I'm going on anyway. Because God blessed me to go. I want you to understand something right now. That in all of my despair, God has been my inspiration. In all my sorrow, God has been my comfort. I want you to understand, if nothing else, that in all my confusion, God has always gave me direction. New Mission, you got to hold on to what God has done for you. He blessed you beyond that you thought you would ever be. God has always been right there for you. And if nothing else, you can call his name and say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for another day's journey. Thank you for the trials that you brought me through. Thank you for the rivers that you kept me. Thank you for the days that I thought I was going to give up sometime, but every now and then God will pour out his strength on me. I want you to understand something right now, that if you don't understand God's motto, I want to give it to you right now. I really tried to get with Sister Lucas before the end of yesterday. I really tried, because I wanted her to put this banner up in the church about God's motto. Do you know what God's motto is? Somebody asked me what it is. Failure is not an option. For 31 years, New Mission, God has been with you. God has blessed you. God has watched over you. God has kept you. I want you to understand the reason that God is a deliverer, because you know what? Everything that you ever needed in this house of God, God has sent a person this way to deliver it to you. Everything that you ever wanted, everything that you ever desired, God has made sure that it was put in this wall right here. I want you to understand that whenever you needed someone to come and pray, whenever you need someone to share a word of God, whenever you need someone to lift you up, whenever you needed someone to encourage you and be a leaning post to you, God sent that person this way. Don't you tell me God is not a deliverer. All the hell that you've been through over the past year, God has still kept you. I want you to understand something, that when you didn't even jump ship when God called you leadership home, summoned them to heaven. You didn't jump ship. You didn't run to a safe haven place when fear was running rapid. You know what you did? You stayed because of your faith. God wouldn't let you leave. You didn't need to leave it. He didn't want you to leave. I'm telling you right now, for 31 years, you've been right here on the wall doing what God asked for you to do. Oh, yes, you have. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go on and cut to the chase. Many a good church have been built on the prayers of Jabez. I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that I just believe that there have been many nights that Dr. Whitfield went down on his knees praying. There's been many a night that he cried out to God, please help me. There's been many a night that Dr. Whitfield and his wife have had to sacrifice some things to keep this church going, but yet and still, God heard their prayers. You know what he was praying? Let me talk you through this thing right quick and I'm going to be done. He was praying, God bless me. Not bless me financially, not bless me with material possessions. He was praying, God bless me. Keep me focused on what you have me to do. You've given me this vision. I want to foresee this vision through. Please bless me, Lord. Don't let me sway from the left or the right. Keep me focused on what you have for me to do. Because I know that you gave it to me. You didn't give it to me just to wait. You gave it to me to do something with it. Not only did he pray, Lord, God bless me. He prayed. I want you to understand that he prayed for God's blessing. He prayed. You know what he prayed for? He prayed that God would enlarge his territory. What does that mean? Everybody think that when he said God enlarge my territory, is that, well, give me some more possessions that I can have. Give me some more land. You know what he was praying when he said God enlarge my territory? He said, I want to pray. I'm praying right now, Lord, that you just don't bring me physical growth here. I want you to bring me spiritual growth here. From far that I can see, that's what I want. Lord, please bless my territory. And he doesn't stop there. Can't you hear him praying late at night when he's praying, Lord God, keep your presence upon me. What does that mean, keep your presence upon me? It simply means, God, order my footsteps. Bless me in every way. Lord, keep me focused. I got people depending on me. I got a family I got to feed. I got church people looking towards me. Lord, please bless me. Keep your presence upon me. Give me strength for another day. Give me strength for another journey. And if that wasn't enough, he still had to pray, Lord, I want you to be my protector. I want you to be my defender. I want you to build a hedge around me. When I told people that I was going to build this church right here in the middle of this community, they started laughing. But God, I want you to defend me. I want you to tell people that I want that haters and naysayers to see what God has really done. That's what he's praying for. That's what he's praying for. And that's what you should be praying for. You should be thankful, New Mission. You should be celebrating this day. Not celebrating this day just because it's another anniversary, but you should be celebrating that God kept you here. I want you to understand that right now. I want you to remember. I want you to remember the good times, 31 years of it. It hadn't always been that great. You aren't always looking as good as you're looking right now, but God has blessed you. I want you to remember all the people that came through here, all the families that was birthed, that was born, that was baptized, that was married, that was funeralized right here. It was by God's grace that he did that for you. And now, 31 years later, when some have ran to other churches, when some have given up on you, when some have abandoned you, when some walked away from you, you're still standing. I want you to understand something about anniversaries. Anniversaries to me are just like a birthday. It's just like a revival. It gives me the opportunity to look back and say, thank you, Lord. It gives me the opportunity to stand fast right where I am and say, Lord, bless me one more time. It gives me the opportunity to look to the future and say, I'm excited about it. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to stay right here until you do it. And don't do it without me. Here I am. Send me, Lord. 31 more years. That's what he said. Because I want you to understand something right now. That he didn't put you here just because he didn't have anything to do. He put you here to be a blessing to this community. He put you here to keep lifting up his name. That's what he put you here for. I want you to understand something else about anniversary. Anniversary, it's a time for us to rededicate ourselves. It's the time for us to get encouraged and re-encourage ourselves. It's a time for us to go back to where we was, go back to our grassroots and see how we really made it over. I want you to understand that you've been through some hell. But God has been right there with you. When you thought that God had forgotten about you, he was right there by your side. When you thought that you had been abandoned, he was right there picking you up. Every day that God gives us another day is another day that we should say, thank you, Lord. Don't you ever count yourself out. I'm telling you right now, you don't think churches are praying for you, you're wrong. If you don't think churches are praying the Jabez prayer every day, you're wrong. I'm telling you right now, Simon Temple didn't get where it was just because somebody walked in there. It was by the presence of God. I want you to understand that First Baptist just didn't grow to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. It was by the grace of God. I want you to understand that when the ones that have been planted right here, right now, God has a purpose for you. Because you have to understand something about anniversary. I want you to understand this, is that God gave Dr. Whitfield the vision. He gave him work to do. But he already knew, I'm telling you right now, that he already knew that he would never finish what God had for him to do. And neither will you right now. The work that you're doing right now is only for you to prepare for the next generation to take over. That's what it's about. Don't ever think you're going to finish God's work. He'll call you home when you've done your work. But don't ever think you're going to finish all of his. There's still more work to be done again. But I want you to hold up your heads over your gates. You're doing mighty well. Let me tell you something. Don't worry about that the pews are empty. God isn't done with you yet. Don't worry about who's not coming and who's not here. God isn't done with you yet. People come and people go. Relationships are built and relationships are destroyed. But I want you to stay focused on God. That's the most important thing. Thank God for his word.